My name is Rick Haskell, and I'd like to welcome you to the Business Certificate Series Introduction to Accounting course offered through Westminster College's Bill and Vive Gore School of Business and Center for Financial Wellness. Today I'd like to go ahead and give you an introduction to this course. I'd like to explain the course goals. I'd like to introduce you to the instructors, let you see a little bit of the structure of the course, and then talk about how you'll receive the business certificate for the Principles of Accounting course offered through the Center for Financial Wellness and the Bill and Vive Gore School of Business. So let's start with looking at the course goals. First, I'd like to help you understand that firms account for financial transactions. I'd like to help you understand how they do so, and they do so through accounting structures, of course. I want to help you become familiar with the language of accounting rather than try to turn you into an accountant. And then we'd like to help you understand how to begin using financial statements in running and managing a business and hopefully getting the greatest performance out of your business. We're supposing that you are not a business student. We're supposing that you didn't major in business or major in accounting in college, or perhaps didn't even go to college, but that you're at a point where you'd like to understand something more of accounting and you'd like to understand something more of the language of business. This course is designed to help you do that. So let me begin by helping you meet the instructors. As I indicated, my name is Rick Haskell, pictured here on the right. I'm an associate professor of finance in the Bill and Vive Gore School of Business at Westminster, and I'm the director for the Westminster Center for Financial Wellness. Accompanying me in this course is Professor Jennifer Harrison. In fact, most of the video content that you'll observe will have been provided by Professor Harrison. Some of the content will have been provided by myself. In addition, we have students that have helped design this course. In fact, we like to think of the Business Certificate Series as having been prepared by students for students and for those that would like to learn more about, in this case, accounting. This is one of several different courses offered in the Business Certificate Series. A few of the others are Introduction to Finance, Introduction to Tax, and Introduction to Investments. Oliver Ford, as you see here listed on the left, is majoring in accounting and graduates in May of 2023. Oliver is from Sydney, Australia. Yuhao Zhu from Qingdao, China, is also majoring in accounting and will graduate in the class of 2023. And then finally, Kira Wellington from Clinton, Utah, also majoring in accounting, has graduated already, but has spent part of the summer of 2022 helping us complete this course. You'll see links to videos for these three students and for Professors Harrison and myself in the course content management system that accompanies this video. So let's take a look at the course structure. You're going to watch a series of videos in this course, and then you're going to take some quizzes. So let's look at those. This is designed for students that are not matriculated into the college. So you're not receiving course credit for this, nor are you paying the kind of tuition that's required to be paid at any institution of higher education. The course is asynchronous, meaning you're able to access it online from any web portal at any time. The course is designed to be self-paced. So rather than telling you that you have so many hours, or so many days, or so many weeks to finish any given module of the course, you're able to begin the course, work on it as you have time available, and then continue as you're able to in the future. You do come to an end, of course, or at least we would like you to come to an end as you've gone through the various modules for the course. But you'll do so at your pace, at any hour of the day, and you'll do so exclusively online. And then the course is largely autonomous. What we mean by that is that you will be viewing material, you'll be asked some questions and some quizzes, you'll be given periodically some small review problems and then a overarching or encompassing review problem at the end of the course. But the quizzes are self-scored, and the review problem will be reviewed by one of the instructors when you've completed and submitted it. Here is an example of the Canvas page that you may have already seen, and Canvas is just one of the content management systems that we use for this course. And this gives you a sense of how the course is laid out. So you can see the course introduction, represented here. And if you look at the course introduction, you'll then find that the modules for this video and for the introduction to the various instructors are held within the course introduction module Canvas. Here's another example of another module that you may look at. In fact, it'll be the next one. And this is the basics of accounting module. In this module, you'll take a look at a video, as you can see identified here. In this module, you'll first take a look at a video that is types of firms. You'll then have an opportunity to take a quiz with respect to that video. And then you'll be able to move on to the next video and the next quiz, and so on as you work through this particular module of the course. When you go to the page that is the types of accounting page that we just saw, you'll see that it's organized so that you see the objectives for the course, and then you can see an icon that lets you select the videos to watch. You can go ahead if you'd like and look at the PowerPoint slides that underlay that video, and then you can go on and select the quiz, or you can simply select next to go to the quiz, or previous to go back to the prior page. Here's an example of what one of the quizzes might look like. In fact, this is the types of firm quiz. And you'll find that these are exclusively multiple choice, true and false, fill in the blank, and simple numeric answer quizzes. Something important to know about the quizzes is that it's not necessary that you pass the quizzes offered in this course are scored, but your score is not included in your final course score. What I mean by that is each time you take a quiz, you'll see a score for that quiz, and you must go ahead and get at least 70% on that quiz before you can move on to the next part of the course. But these are intended to be part of the learning process rather than examinations. We're not testing you with these. We're just trying to reinforce what you saw in the videos and make sure that you're being able to learn something. You can take each quiz as many times as you might like, and the system will record the high score that you receive for the quiz. You must receive a high score on one of the quizzes of at least 70% before you're allowed to move on and then finally receive the Principles Accounting certificate. It's not that you can average 70% amongst all of the quizzes. It's that before you are allowed to move on to the next part of the course, you must receive at least a score of 70% on the quiz that you just took. These quizzes are conceptual. They're not designed to keep you from moving forward. They're simply designed to help you recall some of the things that you probably saw in the videos, to remind you, help you as part of the learning experience. So after you've gone through all the videos and after you have done all the quizzes, again, knowing that you can take any quiz over and over and over again until you receive a high score of at least 70% before you can then move on. So after you've done all of those, you'll be given a review problem. That review problem might look something like this. And I don't expect you to read any of this. I'm just wanting to help you see that in the review problem, you're exposed to a scenario, a story, if you will. In this case, that story is about Canada Ice Lake Technologies. And part of the story becomes giving you some quantitative information that's consistent with the types of material that we've been talking about within the course. Possibly you'll need some additional transactional detail. Again, consistent with elements that you've seen in the videos and with items you've been quizzed on in the various quizzes. And then you're asked to go ahead and complete some items to submit the review problem. While it's not necessary to pass any given quiz and have that score become part of your score for this course, it is necessary to pass the review problem. And unlike the quizzes where you have multiple attempts at them, you have one attempt at the review problem. Now, the review problems are fairly self-explanatory. During the course, we will have exposed you to miniature versions of the review problems so that you're well prepared, if paying attention, of course, so you're well prepared to be able to perform well in those review problems so that you can submit the problem, receive at least a 70% score on it so that you then have passed off that course and then can receive the certificate for the course. If you do not receive at least a 70% on the review problem, then one of the instructors in the course will reach out to you and help you identify the problem that you appear to have had, help you correct that problem, and then give you an opportunity to take that review problem or one similar to it yet again so that you can have the opportunity to receive the 70% and move on. The review problems are not timed. It's important to know. You can open them and keep them open for as long as you might need to. You only have one attempt, as I indicated a moment ago. You must earn a passing score of at least 70% or higher to receive the certificate from the Bill and Vive Gore School of Business on the Principles of Accounting course. And then the solutions to the review of problems must be submitted into the assignments Dropbox, and the assignment is part of the content management system. So the assignments Dropbox as an MS Word document. This is important. It must be submitted as an MS Word document, as a standalone file that you submit to the Dropbox. It can't be submitted as a link to a shareable file. It can't be submitted as a PDF. It can't be submitted as images of the solutions that you might have handwritten. You are given the problem that is the review problem as an MS Word document. You are then expected to go ahead and open that document, review all of the content, the narrative as I indicated, the quantitative material, maybe even some additional details, and then go ahead and provide for the solutions that are being requested. You'll then submit that Word document after you have typed into it the solutions or the answers, or possibly have worked them out in an Excel program or a spreadsheet, or perhaps have typed them into another word processor of some kind and then copied and pasted that into this MS Word document, or possibly even created a graphic of some kind, possibly an income statement or a balance sheet that you'll be exposed to the preparation of. And then maybe you've done that by hand. You can take a photograph of that, you can scan that, and then embed that into that MS Word document. Once you have the review problem and your solutions to it all saved in your own MS Word document, having used the one you were given to begin with as the template into which you put your answers, you will then save that to a file name and you will then submit that into the Dropbox into the content management system. Once you've done this, you'll go ahead and be eligible to receive the Principles of Accounting certificate from the Bill and Vive School of Business. Once you have done this, you'll then be eligible to receive the Principles of Accounting certificate available through the Bill and Vive Gore School of Business and the Westminster Center for Financial Wellness. That certificate identifies that you have gone ahead and completed the requirements by this course, and it is signed by me and by Dax Jacobson, the Dean of the Gore School of Business. We'd like to make sure that you know that at any time you're welcome to reach out to myself through the contact information noted here. Noted that I've given you both my office phone number and my email address, and the same information for Professor Harrison. You'll see this information repeated again in the videos and displayed in the content management system. We want to make sure that you know that you can reach out to us at any time that you need to. Our guess is that you'll need to very little, because we believe that we've designed this course well enough that it includes everything you're going to need to do well in it. But if you need to email us, you need to call us, feel free to do so. My name is Rick Haskell, and I'd like to thank you for watching this video as part of the Bill and Vive Gore School of Business's Business Certificate Series. I'm a finance professor in the business school, where I'm also the director for the college's Center for Financial Wellness. The Business Certificate Series is offered through the Center as part of our outreach through the Gore School of Business. You can follow us on social media through Westminster's Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, or Facebook pages. You can use the QR codes provided or simply go to these websites. Thank you.